we win in a Pokemon battle? Nubamon or Nubachu?
Nubachu. Nubamon.
Hello, welcome to Game on the... Oh, what is he doing here again? Come on, get out! Get out, leave us alone!
He can stay.
You're not funny. Don't make me hit you. Don't make me hit him again.
Yeah, he's 75% woman. So, oh, coming up. JLS are supporting Nubachu.
That's right. Steph pwns JLS.
Bungie jump into MMOs.
LA Noire gets naked.
And Lucy Lawless makes lovely noises into a microphone.
You have done well so far.
First though, the biggest news to come out of the Game Developers Conference, or GDC, in San Francisco this year is the announcement of a new Super Mario title for the 3DS.
Wahoo!
Chill out.
Nintendo President Satoru Iwata unveiled, well, a logo and a few screenshots, but enough to get tongues wagging and moustaches twitching.
First up, check out the anatomically accurate appendix on the word Mario in the logo. We can only presume this means the plot will revolve around Mario contracting a nasty case of appendicitis, his subsequent rush to the hospital to be anally investigated, and finally undergoing an appendectomy.
Or it's a raccoon tail and Raccoon Mario is back.
That would make more sense, yeah.
Would make sense.
Onto the screens, and it's obvious from all of them that Super Mario 3DS will be based in no small part on the Super Mario Galaxy universe.
Not surprising considering the whole 3D-ness of it all, but the screens also suggest a similarly roving camera spinning blocks on top of the good old mushrooms, coins and question marks.
You may also notice Mario without his hat, not for the first time of course, but noteworthy nonetheless, making him look a bit like Rastapopoulos from Tintin.
Rastapopoulos from Tintin.
Rastapopoulos.
You have to get out more.
The guy with the
that's not cool
monocle.
to know who that is.
We'll bring you more on Super Mario 3DS as soon as we get it. Rastapopoulos, I can't believe you don't know.
I just don't know who that is.
Evil.
I mean, I know Tintin. Also at GDC, Bungie's confirmed their next project will be a massively multiplayer action game.
Yeah, lead network engineer David Aldridge went on to say it won't be so-called World of Warcraft in space, but clearly someone was on the right lines with that thought. Let the speculation continue. Next up, a stunning fashion model.
Cool.
Naked.
Saucy.
Dead.
Oh, shame.
Julia Randall was found dead this morning.
LA Noire continues its campaign to start up a pre-order frenzy with the release of this trailer for a bonus Vice case exclusively for those who pre-order at a certain well-known high street games retailer.
Game.
I was being important, the BBC.
Yeah, you're being vague and annoying. Come on, Steph.
Oh, okay, that's fair, yeah.
Stop!
As with pretty much everything we've seen from LA Noire so far, it looks authentic, atmospheric and engrossing. Kind of like a cross between LA Confidential, Heavy Rain and Mad Men, with maybe a bit of the usual suspects thrown in.
So, we know LA Noire makes awesome trailers, the world looks inviting, the plots are intriguing, but the question is whether they can sustain that quality in the gameplay.
Watch this space for plenty more previews.
Now, what do you call a group of noobs?
Group of noobs? I don't know what the collective noun is. A flock of noobs?
School of noobs.
School of noobs, I like it. A whoop of noobs.
A litter of tiny little noobs.
Yeah, that's good.
Either way, that's what we found on the celeb-packed red carpet at the launch of Pokemon Black and White.
Yeah, noob hunter Steph went down to sniff them out. Ooh, sniffing noobs.
Oh. I'm sure, like me, the thought of people pretending they know stuff about games when really they don't know any stuff about games makes you unstoppably angry. So tonight at the launch of Pokemon Black and White, we're going to track down some celebrities and see how much they really know about games. Oh yes, tracking down noobs in gamers' clothing was our game. And we quickly came across some handsome boy band men to investigate. So small, attractive people from One Direction, tell us about Pokemon.
I mean, growing up, Pokemon was the absolute thing.
And it's from our era, isn't it?
Yeah, we went to watch the movies and everything when we were little.
Fans are you? But what if we were to ask who would win in a battle, Nubachu or Nubamon? And because we just took the word noob and added a Pokemon sounding ending, these young gamers should spot the ruse a mile away.
Noobamon.
I'm gonna go with the chew.
And next, an older, wiser boy band. Tell us about Pokemon.
Yeah, we got a limited edition Nintendo DS and we did the Wii advert. And literally, like, there's a video that my girlfriend took when I was on holiday in Miami, and I've got my head under a towel, and I'm playing Mario on the DS. It's the one. You can't get Mario Kart is the game of the century, and obviously Pokemon as well.
Towel on his head. These boys seem to know their stuff and are possibly about to ruin my attempts at celeb gaming theory. Or are they?
What about the tunes?
Always. Absolutely.
Yeah,
To the music, tunes.
100%. You know? We're my bandmates, you know. We all one unit.
One unit.
Yeah, new tune.
Everyone, JLS are supporting Noobachew.
That's right.
So some fast math would reveal that 100% of celebrities questioned were unable to display a working knowledge of Pokemon at the Pokemon Black and White premiere. And were probably just there because they were being paid a whole lot of money to go.
Pikachu, Pikachu. Pikachu, choo.
Let's just say.
Now, it can be hard being a PS3 owner and a Call of Duty fan sometimes.
Yeah, PlayStation purists have been forced to sit back and watch their Xbox counterparts get stuck in to Black Ops First Strike expansion for a while now. But finally, some good news. It's out on PlayStation Network. We can all relax. Rubbing salt into the PlayStation-shaped wound, the expansion will be slightly more expensive on PSN, but hey, what's another quid when you have these lovely new maps to play on your very own sleek black machine? Ubisoft have released a load of trailers for their 3DS offerings.
Earlier this week, we saw this slightly underwhelming Ghost Recon Shadow Wars trailer.
That was followed by a more intriguing Splinter Cell video that really told us nothing about what the game will look like. Now have a look at Asphalt, a colourful, if slightly clunky, 3D racer around the world's finest cities.
We will, of course, be reviewing the raft of 3D titles that launch with the 3DS, and watch out for a full review of the console very soon.
Next up, are you ready for some third-person co-op fantasy action?
Are you hitting on me in some
No, the game
way?
third-person. It's accepted.
If you are,
Third-person genre, fantasy,
like a
co-op.
third.
Oh, forget the third person. We're talking about Hunted, the Demon's Forge.
That sounds kinky.
Run for it! Hunted, quite simply, is a combination of three of our favorite things. One, co-op multiplayer games. Two, dark fantasy worlds. And three, cover-based action games. And it's really the first game to bring all those three elements together.
Dreaming about her again?
The two main characters in the game are Caddick and Allura, and the game is really a story of their relationship. Allura is the very headstrong elven huntress. Her gifts are with the bow, so throughout the game she's going to unlock lots of special skills and abilities on her bow. Her partner Caddick is the melee warrior. Throughout the game he unlocks lots of skills and abilities on his sword. The interesting thing about their personalities is she's kind of the crazy, headstrong, rush in first, ask questions later one, and he's sort of the thoughtful, reserved one.
Who is that? That woman giving the orders?
No idea, but I can tell by looking at her she wouldn't be pleasant to deal with.
We take a lot of our inspiration from the games that we used to make 20 years ago, some old school dungeon crawl style games, even getting back into the text adventure. And we were inspired by one of Brian Fargo's first game, The Bard's Tale, even before that, Wizardry. So at its essence, there's the soul of a dungeon crawl in this game, and you can't make a dungeon crawl without having dungeons. So the environments are varied, you know, you're in towns, you're in forests, you're in swamps, dungeons, caverns, more dungeons, there's towns that are on fire and being attacked by another enemy race of creatures. We designed the entire control system to be intuitive. If you've played any cover-based action game in the last year or two, you can pick up our controls and jump right in. I saw people playing it for the first time, sliding into cover, leaning out, firing off arrows. We thought it was very, very accessible. And the story's the same way. We want the fantasy fans to see how awesome action games are. And likewise, we want to introduce this huge action market displaying all of these great games that are set in outer space, they're set in World War II, the future, the past. The fantasy genre just isn't really represented, so we have a chance to introduce fantasy to them as well.
You must admit, that's amazing.
Another thing that fantasy fans will love, Lucy Lawless does a voice.
Oh yeah, Lucy Lawless is great. We cast her as Seraphin. Seraphin's the character that's sort of leading Caddick and Laura on this adventure. And I gotta tell you, within 5 minutes of starting the recording session, I was in love with Lucy Lawless. She is amazing. She must have the sexiest voice of anyone alive.
There's no need for your snarky nature, Huntress, for what I require is quite simple.
And finally, we leave you with our favourite thing of the week.
Yeah, this is Commander Shepard, the official music video.
Thanks to Miracle of Sound for writing and producing this masterpiece homage to the hardest man in space. Go and buy it on iTunes.
That's it from us for this week. We're off to indulge in some third-person co-op fantasy action game.
I'm not interested in doing.
Come on, the game.
You can fight like a crow, run like a leopard, but you'll never be better than Commander Shepard.
Hello, welcome. No, that's good.
The very best.
As with pretty much everything we've seen from
start again, I was moving.
Get out! Nobody's impressed. Nobody. Don't make me. Don't make me.
He's 95% woman. Coming up, Eleanor continues.
And I keep looking down at your breasts. It's just to check your mic, just so we're clear.
That's just the reason you're looking.
Yeah.
Cool.